Hi everybody, Peter of England bringing you an update today on Area 52. You can see the board behind me has got many things on, and this now alludes to the things that we have been promising to the membership for some time. Some have taken slightly longer than we anticipated for various reasons outside of our control. But now, with events unfolding as they have since November the 5th last year, when Trump became CEO, Chief Executive Officer of the United States Corporation, and many things seem to be unraveling worldwide now, and there seems to be a bit of a rollback on these various sort of left-wing communistic agendas that were being color-coded, red for sexual politics, green for religion, or religious political campaigns. What we've got now is a new phase that's opening up in 2025, and so with that in mind, and with the German elections coming up on the 23rd of February 2025, it's time now to unveil to you all the next protocols for Area 52. Now, for those of you who are first-time viewers, you need to go to area52.life, have a look at the website, and consider joining. In fact, that's the prerequisite of everything that is being offered to you here now. First, you need to join. So, for those out there who have been awaiting something here, which is basically the number plates for vehicles, first I'm going to give an overview of what we've promised and what we've delivered. The first thing that was due to roll out was the area itself. So what we did, or what I have done, is I've created a global commons area, an area which comprises approximately 52.2% of the world's surface area, which is the realm, which is the territory, which is the state or land that is yours. So you have, unlike anything else on the planet, you have an area that is designated and not claimed by any other state or party in the world. It is yours. That's the important part. And as it's yours, you can collectively come together through a governmental assembly and take the benefits from this. And this is really what the Area 52 ex Terra, means beyond the land, was created to do. The next thing then was to encourage people to become members. So that's the first protocol. You needed to become a member in order to obtain benefits from it. One of the main benefits was that you would become a naturalized citizen and be given a certificate of membership or denizenship to be affiliated with this area. With that then was also offered a diplomatic passport. The diplomatic passports have been available for some time now, and I would encourage all of you who are concerned about your ability to be able to travel in this World Economic Forum, WHO, UN, NATO, Interpol, fish trap that they're trying to pull over you, that you go along and look for the diplomatic passport. Just to give you an example, I'll give you an idea of what that looks like. It is a digital downloadable passport. And this is what, in effect, it looks like. So you need to go to the area52.life website. You need to become a member, and then you can apply for the passport. The passport comes with this certificate of denizenship or citizenship. I know some people have got a little bit of a problem, especially in the free man movement or the sovereign movement, that they don't like the idea of identifying as a citizen. But in effect, it's a naturalization whereby you become a dual national. And the diplomatic passport gives you that protection. So it's a diplomatic passport issued by a state. a state that's recognized under the 1933 Montevideo Convention on what's called the rights and duties of states, the 1961 Vienna Convention on diplomacy governs these other documents. So this is, we'll zoom in a little bit before the end, but these are the ID cards. So this certificate here is simply for you, for your benefit, because in this two-dimensional world that we parade into a three-dimensional world, it's very good and energetically uplifting to have something that can draw energy out of the concept or the spiritual ideology behind Area 52. Because this is what we are talking about here, a progression, an enlightening realm whereby you can do things that you would not normally or otherwise be able to do. So you can't think in the old paradigm, you have to think along new lines now. So the old thinking will not get you anywhere apart from buried. So you need to start thinking deliberately out of the box and doing things that are creatively descentful. And that's where I want to lead you on this. So that and the ID card come with the passport. So with that passport, you get, first, obviously, you have to become a member. Then you apply for the diplomatic passport, and that gives you the proof of naturalization, and it gives you an identity card, a diplomatic identity card for daily use. I won't go into too many of the details in this video, but I'll cover it in more detail later. But the main parts of it are to say that it is the identity of the individual involved, or as shown here, it's governed by the 1961 Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. There is a security code on the document, and there is also a designation. It's called what's called diplomatic titles. And there is various ones that are allocated to people to show what their relationship is and what their duties are within the mission, yeah, or the consul or the consular service. You also must remember that the diplomatic passport frees you from the ETIAS/VIS, these electronic visa protocols that are being demanded by the European Union for all travelers within what's called the Schengen area, and now also for the British, as of, I think, the beginning of February. So for all of you out there, all of you who were involved maybe watching the Russell Brand videos, all those who are looking at Katie Hopkins, all those that look at GB News, all those of the Reform group that probably haven't sussed what Farage is up to at the moment, all those viewers of GB News, all those people that watch Neil Oliver, watch Joe Rogan, wherever you are, whether it's the United States, the UK, in Australia, Canada, it is time now for you to identify with this and start coalescing around the idea, because there is a lot to it, and there's a lot going on in the background that would be too cumbersome and too intricate for me to share on the camera, and would be boring. And as life expectancy these days for videos over 10 minutes is pretty poor, we need to keep things a little bit shorter than normal. So the point here is also that in due course, the We Are Bank planetary repayment card is also becoming a feature, and amounts that haven't been fully decided on yet will be in an account available to you in a new currency. The currency, as I've referred to before, is going to be an amalgam that we are going to pull the carpet from under the BRICS regime, pull the carpet from under what's called the SDR, special drawing rights of the World Bank and the IMF, and with a very, I think, clever turn of the screw, create something which sidelines them both and also ensures that the crypto nonsense of Ethereum and Bitcoin and everything else out there is also laid to rest and made redundant. Now, the big thing, though, we are looking at today is, just as a point, we do issue a driving license, but we're not doing that at the moment. That's something that's going to come in the future. But the big revelation today is these two things here. First of all, as I said, these have been promised for a while. There's been a slight delay in putting them together for a logistical perspective. But now, diplomatic number plates, of which this is just a mock-up, are available now wherever you are in the world. Whether you're in the United States or the United Kingdom, whether you're in the Republic of Ireland, whether you're in Northern Ireland, Australia, the Commonwealth countries, no matter where, the number plates are available to you as long as you have a diplomatic passport. It wouldn't make much sense, I assure you, if you were driving around on these, and if and when, maybe not, you are stopped, then you need to be able to prove or show that you are a designated diplomat from a foreign state. Okay, that's very important. Now, the plates here are going to be available from now on. They are available for shipping. The CD stands for Core Diplomatique. There will be a sticker that we might use here in the future to validate the plate. But for now, that's in effect what the form of it stands for. The plates are very simple in nature. They are made of metal. They clip onto or over your existing plate. And why you should have them is, remember this, the entire method or surveillance system for you to travel under the Vehicle Number Recognition System, or VNR, all is based around recognition of that driver licensing plate that is recorded on the database. Once that plate is either disfigured or covered over, you are truly now in a realm of creative dissent. There is no way that they can track the car. There's no way that they can track you, because once they can't pull up the number plate in the database, they can't track or trace you. And as far as I'm concerned, I think that's one of the best ways of being creatively dissentful and at the same time push an agenda through. Now, people will say, well, how does this affect my insurance? This will also say, well, what happens if I need to get an MOT or a mechanical certificate of worthiness? That's something that is simply fog within the process or the progress. I'm not saying it's not important, but what I am saying to you is that if we are allowed to be hindered by all the thorns and the thistles and the traps and the snares that the world order would have us obey, then we never go anywhere. The game's finished, you might as well forget it all, and we walk into their future, not our own. So this is very important, why these products that are put together now are very important. The big message, though, that I sort of referred to on the previous video, the message I referred to at the beginning of this video, is as important as ever, because it all relates to Area 52 and the idea, the theology, the ideology, the spirituality behind it, and why it's created, why it will work, and why it is mandated to work. So you need a little bit of faith in this. You need to step onto the water to see if you can walk on it, and I assure you, you will be able to eventually. But one of the reasons why it will work is because you are looking for leadership. Now, if we all go to voting, and if we all sort of within our selected little communities all begin to start looking for the guy who's probably most suitable, we'd never find anywhere. It's a global pitch or field these days. So I think what is required is someone to take responsibility for the leadership role, step forward and volunteer and say, okay, these are the products that I am delivering. These are the wares on the table. And if you can't put together a better package, then by default, my hypothesis has to prevail. It has to prevail because it can't be defeated, unless better arguments and better ideas are put forward. So the leadership role I'm offering up is to guide and help and put myself out there as someone who can, for example, for now, with the changing world architecture of governance, when 122 days after a false flag Hamas invasion on October the 7th, 2024, of Israel, precluded now the leveling of the Gaza area, with Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu claiming now, 122 days only after, that maybe all the Palestinians need to be relocated to places like Syria and Egypt or Libya. You can see how this is all stage managed. It's a cinema, it's a theatre, it's a play, and anyone that can't see through that then doesn't deserve a second portion of porridge, so to speak. So, if that's the truth, if that's the case, and I assure you it is, there is no reason on God's earth why we can't come along now, collectively, and I'm talking to 27 countries, approximately 500 million, that's 500 million people out there in the Schengen European Economic Community Zone, who, for the past 68 years, since 25th of March 1957, there's the anniversary, that's when the SHIT will hit the fan, if not before. The Treaty of Rome, the foundational document for this entire episode of deception and deceit and fraud, which is the European Union, has been invalidated by information that I have presented to various agencies. So, as it's true, as they say, 2/3 of the damage that they created is already undone by the revelation of the lie. The final third is left up to us, which we need action on. So this here, this QR code is an integral part of your diplomatic passport, your digital diplomatic passport, and your diplomatic ID card. And that sets out over 30 pages the truth behind the deception and how the 6 bankrupted nations under the auspices of Bretton Woods behind-the-scene banking cartel control came together on the Feast of the Assumption of Our Lady, 1957, and miraculously put together a European economic license to lie. So, in a nutshell, that's the deal. I would say now, area52.life, go there, look at the website, and become a member. If you've thought about taking the passport, now's the time to take it, because in the later part of 2025, we are going to be arranging a tour group in various parts of the country, in groups. And if you are in a group, we can give you a discount on the passports. So it's going to be groups, probably, I don't know, I would say anything 15 to 20 individuals and up. We will arrange a discount for you. The number plates are coming out, as I say, now. They are available, and that's the reason behind this video. So just remember that the main tag you have when you're traveling is the vehicle identity. If you can remove the vehicle identity, you can drive virtually anonymously. It will not be easy for all of those who think it will be. I'm sorry to say, they are not the group behind the status quo, the establishment, aren't going to give all this up just by us saying, oh, well, thanks, we'd like to take over now. It's going to be a fight. And so what we're looking for is heroes. We're looking for people who have got that degree of fight within them. And as we progress, more and more will benefit and come on board. So I spoke about the groups. We will have something happening in not only the UK, but in Europe in this summer. I haven't decided what exactly, but it will be a promotional tour. Everyone that has a diplomatic passport will be invited to come along. Number plates, diplomatic number plates on your vehicle will be obligatory. And now we will take that leadership battle to the European states, which are all operating without authority, without jurisdiction, de facto or de jure, because the entire edifice is built on a fraud and on a lie, which is this Treaty of Rome. And so if anyone can pass this type of information on to the AFD prior to the elections, they might be very beneficially informed on that. But for others, have a look on your passport, go on the TOR invalidated QR code, and you can download probably one of the most important documents that has ever appeared on the internet. And so with that being said, the leadership now walks forward out of the mist, and what I'm promising you is everything that you want, everything that is good collectively, will be delivered by myself and those helpers that we are relying on behind this. But you have to come forward in the numbers, and we have to start walking this line abreast, not necessarily any individual leading it, but line abreast, all in a common purpose. And with that, I thank you. Peter of England signing off.